Hello. One second. Sorry. Alright, cool. Hey everybody. Hope everything is going well. No one plugged in yet, but it's okay. I'm gonna still do my video, and I hope some people do get the feedback and the information, because again, this is crucial to the time we're in. Atomic habits, and just want to put it out there for people so they can have a resource and look at something good on social media and learn something for themselves to better their lives. And so today we're here to make it attractive. This is the second part of like forming a habit. So making it attractive, how to make a habit irresistible, right? So how do you make a habit irresistible? So a lot of people, they try to eat healthy, but say you eat kale and you take 7 chews. After that 7 bite, you don't really feel that craving to eat it anymore, because it doesn't have this, it's pretty dull, right? So you don't just have this high dynamic contrast to keep the experience novel. It's not encouraging to help you eat more, right? It's not interesting. Ultimately, such strategies enable food scientists to find a bliss point. So a lot of things, we look for a bliss point in our own life as well. And the precise combination of salt, sugar, and fat excites your brain and keeps you coming back for more. The result, of course, is you overeat, because your palatable foods are more attractive to the human brain. And that's why we overeat, because it's attractive to us, it's intriguing. And we have to realize that we have these urges and cravings, and sometimes the things that are best for us don't fulfill those cravings, but we could have them fulfill those cravings by doing this law and helping attach them to things that we do enjoy. But before we go in, it says, look around. Society has been filled with highly engineered versions of reality that are more attractive than the world our ancestors evolved in. So things are becoming more attractive than previously. Like, we have many different versions. Advertisements, things of that nature. So the exaggerated features that are naturally attractive to us and our instincts go wild as a result, driving us to excessive shopping, social media habits, porn habits, eating habits, and many other things. So they've learned how to stimulate our mind and get us attracted to something and increase this anticipation. Because it's not just eating the food or, releasing or whatever it is. It's not that feeling, it's the anticipation behind it that we highly anticipate. That actually draws up more dopamine, the anticipation, and the actual result, right? So, and history serves as a guide. The opportunities of the future will be more attractive than those of today. The trend is for rewards to become more concentrated. So the rewards are more concentrated, and stimuli to become more enticing. So junk food is more concentrated form of calories. That's why it's no good for you. It's a concentrated form of calories, and you're not even getting the nutritional needs compared to natural foods. Hard liquor is more concentrated form of alcohol than beer, right? So they concentrate these things, and you get a higher result, and it's hard to resist, and these pleasure-packed experiences are very hard to resist. They also say video games are a more concentrated form of playing than board games. Alright, so we concentrate things. We have the brains of our ancestors, but temptations they never had to face. We're in a different society. People think like, oh, the kids have it better today. Everything's so much easier for them. But yet they have more temptation. They have more ways to harm themselves. whether we like it or not, that social media is overwhelming people's mind, taking over your mind, where you can't even sit down and have a conversation with somebody because your brain is still processing all the information you had, so now you can't even be social. Right? We must start by understanding what a craving is and how it works. A craving is a dopamine spike. You know, we just want this craving to satiate our mind. You know, a lot of people that use crack and stuff like that, that same receptor is hit into the with sugar, right? So that same receptor for crack is used. That same receptor, sugar actually hits the same receptor. So it kind of satiates you. Just to show you, like, food is such a big addiction. Right? I'm not here to talk about food, but I'm just here to really emphasize dopamine. And without the desire, action will be stopped. So we want a desire. We want to have something to move towards. So we're going to talk about the dopamine-driven feedback loop. Right? So habits are a dopamine-driven feedback loop, such as eating junk food, playing video games, browsing social media. The same can be said for most basic habitual behaviors like eating food, drinking water, having sex, and interacting socially. Right? So when it comes to habits, the key takeaway is this: dopamine is released not only when you experience pleasure, but also when you anticipate it, like I was mentioning before. And if you look at these graphs, right, you would want to get the book and look at the graphs and really study it. But a lot of the dopamine spikes in the beginning. When you first try it, it's at the reward level when you first get it. But now you know that reward, now you anticipate it before, so your dopamine levels are higher when you're at that stage of knowing what the reward is. But now the reward is not that satisfying as it used to be. Right? So then you start dipping. So dopamine spike in anticipation. Whenever dopamine rises, so does your motivation to act. It is an anticipation of a reward, not the fulfillment of it, that gets us to take action. So what they're saying is you could use your dopamine and attach that. You want that reward, you want that feeling, that anticipation. You could attach it to a good habit and use that to drive you. Every action is taken because of an anticipation that precedes it. We need to make our habits attractive because it's the expectation of a rewarding experience that motivates us to act in the first place. Right? So this is going to be temptation bundling comes into play. Temptation bundling works by linking an action you want to do with an action you need to do. So the example they had here was watching Netflix is something they want to do with riding his stationary bike. So people watch TV now and exercise. So it's a good way to combine something you need to do with something that you want to do, so you still feel rewarded, but yet now you're producing better results in your life. Right? And you're actually creating what you want. So the way they said habit stacking plus temptation bundling formula. So after a current habit, I will do the habit I need. Number 2, after I do the habit I need, I will have the habit I want. Right? So you could take your current habit, place in what you need, and then after that, place in what you want. So for some examples, if you want to read the news but you need to express more gratitude, after I get my morning cup of coffee, I will say one thing I'm grateful for that happened yesterday. That's the need, that they need to be grateful. Right? After I say one thing I'm grateful for, I will read the news, the want. So to get your reward, now what you're doing, you take a current habit, the thing you want, and now you place in the desired thing that you need to do. Because I need to practice gratitude to stay positive. I love practicing gratitude. It's one of my most favorite things to practice, because the more you count your blessings, the more blessings you have to count. Right? So I'm going to end it off there. I'll put in one more example, or two. I'll put in 2 examples real quick. If you want to watch sports but you need to make sales calls, After I get back from my lunch break, I will call 3 potential clients. After I call 3 potential clients, I will check ESPN, the one. Right? And the last one I'll share is, if you want to check Facebook, but you need to exercise more, after I pull out my phone, I will do 10 burpees, the need. Right? After I do 10 burpees, I will check Facebook, the want. So ties your need and wants together. Right? And that's how you'll create more success. If it's hard for you to build in a habit, attach it to something you want to do and put the need behind it. Me, I actually just want to work out because I want to be fit. So my needs become like, so as you practice the habits that you really want to, you're going to grow a reward to that habit, and you're going to want that more than the want that you wanted, like watching Netflix. So your mindset may shift as well through time. Doing the thing you need to do means you get to do the thing you want to do. Right? And it's just showing you how to really make things that may be difficult for you attractive, and helping you change your habits and control your habits to manifest what you want. Alright, so I love you guys. I hope you have a blessed day. What's up, Mr. Frazier? Looking forward to connecting soon, and I'll talk to everybody soon. Take care and have a blessed day.